Alright, let's just get into the other candies as well that I've not done. Alright, let's talk about the lollipop candies that I cannot remember. The lollipop candies, I cannot remember what the name for this one. I have to look it up. Let's just start with the I'm just gonna say so lollipops. Oh, Dum Dums. Let's talk about Dum Dums. Dum Dums. So Dum Dums were pretty. So Dum Dums were a pretty good flavor. Um, but the flavors that I kind of like is probably around the. It's probably around the. It's probably around. I just like the. I just like the green one because the green one has like it's kind of sour, but it's just more textured. Just has that more flavor in general. It's just pretty good. It's that good flavor of kind of like uh, just kind of melts in your just kind of just gives the taste juice in your mouth. Just kind of takes that expressional in your mouth. Happens to me like mostly for green ones because I just like the green ones in general. So that's my favorite one. So, but the rest of them is pretty much it's pretty much sweet. It's pretty much like sweeter, just sweeter in general. Um, I just like having those kind of candies because they are just they are just they were just pretty sweet. They're just sweet candies that just taste like candy possibly. So I'm just gonna put great candy. Yeah, it's the best candy that I've ever imagined. Okay, so these kind of candies, I used to try one of those back in 2015. So those candies were pretty just like taste like candy. They are just more different than the lollipops. They are probably like more sweeter because they are more kind of soury kind of looking. But they're just basic kind of sour ones, but some of them are kind of like some of them kind of taste like licorice kind of that the jelly beans, the original pack of jelly beans in general, the black ones just like kind of like licorice kind of a little bit. But the sour ones, the sour fruits were just kind of like less, just kind of less sweeter than the lollipops in general. I just want to say that. So I'm just gonna put them as okay, kind of okay in my opinion. All right, so all right, Lifesavers. I used to have one of those back in probably around 2014. I used to have them. I used to have the mints. I used to have the mints one. I used to have the mints as well. I normally get mints probably around back then at high school back in freshman year when Mr. Meredith wasn't here. Uh, when Miss Adams or Mr. Meredith was there, I can't remember which one. I'm just gonna say around Mrs. Adams when this substitute teacher says that asks me that do you want a mint and I'm like sure. I mean I don't mind eating mints. I do like mints so it says went a green. I usually get those kind of mints, but it just has that kind of like when you brush your teeth a little bit. It just looks like, kind of smells like you brush your teeth, and your breath. It just fixes your breath entirely. So the hard candy of so the gummies of Lifesavers is pretty much they're way better than the hard candy because the hard candy is kind of eh, but the hard candy is like it's just kind of chewy a little bit. But I do like the hard candy too. They're just kind of chewy, kind of looking. I just prefer those. I do like those as well, but I prefer gummies because the gummies. I mean, I just like the gummies way better than the hard candy. The gummies are just they are just added more sweeter than the hard than than any gummies in general. So I'm just gonna put Lifesavers as just put Lifesavers as probably around probably a favorite ever. In general, I do like the my favorite ones are the gummies mostly all the time. These lollipops, they are kind of familiar with what I've gotten, so I'm gonna put it next to the Skittles. Yeah, I used to try one of those, and they were pretty good. Oh, the old ones. I don't think so. I don't remember trying the old ones. I just mostly try the new ones because I just like trying the new ones. The new ones are pretty good. Then the old ones, yeah. Hey, what am I trying to say? All right, nerds. I usually get nerds whenever I feel like it. Sometimes when I ever go to the get and go, I usually get nerds mostly all the time. But the only nerds that I like is probably purple. I do like the purple of the nerds because I just like the atmosphere of tasting it. So the nerds are they're pretty good. They kind of like they're they're way better. They're kind of sparkly in your teeth. They're kind of sparkly in your mouth a little bit. Just how much it tastes generally. So I'm just gonna put probably around my favorite ever candy. But my most favorite candy is Reese's because I just like the chocolate. But my most favorite chocolate candy is probably the Reese's because I remember eating Reese's around probably around at age 4. I started to eat like variety of peanut butter cups. I tried them. I just ate one. You know, I remember trying the Reese's Puff cereals. They were pretty good, but the flavors kind of just like melts in your mouth a little bit. The peanut butter was just like um, it's just it's just a little bit. It just adds a little bit a little bit of texture. Yeah, it's just like back in general. The chocolate ones were pretty much like Cocoa Puffs a little bit. It's just basically the Cocoa Puffs. They kind of taste like Cocoa Puffs, but it's more like sugary. Gotta say, yeah, the cereals are pretty much sugary. So yeah, I'm just gonna play Reese's. My favorite next to the Gushers because Reese's is my most favorite chocolate candy ever. It's Reese's. I just mostly eat them. I remember having the pretzel ones as well. The pretzel ones were very crunchy. They were pretty good. I like having pretzels on candies because that they're pretty recommended of the tastiness that people could try one day because most kids say that the pretzels inside of there because most kids that age 3 or something they know that hey the Reese's tastes a little bit different because of the texture they add in the pretzels and because the pretzels are inside but some pretzels are kind of broken but that's okay I can deal with it because they're pretty darn good man. I just like the texture of the pretzels because the pretzels are pretty candies are pretty much salty. In my opinion, they're pretty much salty. Uh, but I do enjoy it. I just like the I just like the texture of the pretzel inside. The pretzels inside of the Reese's peanut butter cup. Um, yeah, the most are filled with chocolate and peanut butter. It really matches up together, so it's pretty much the good size. Yeah, Reese's Pieces. I used to try one of those back in probably around 2011, 2012. I tried one of those, and they kind of taste like they kind of remind me of the Reese's. It really tastes more like peanut butter, just mostly peanut butter. But they kind of taste like chocolate as well, but mostly peanut butter as well, just in general. So I'm gonna put Reese's as a familiar of what I've gotten. Probably next to the bead candies. All right, so the Hershey's Kisses. I used to have one of those uh, back in like 2011. I remember having those. The Hershey Kisses were pretty much they're pretty like the same kind as the Hershey's in general. The Hershey's is more like a bar than the Kisses. The Kisses are pretty much they're pretty much chocolatey. It's pretty much just more filled with chocolate, nothing else in it. Just like yeah, the chocolate kind of like melts in your mouth just a little bit, but not too much because the chocolate's kind of like it's like a hard base on kind of crunchy a little bit. Um, Kind of like crunchy, but it's just more like in general. So it's pretty much great candies. I enjoyed them. Hershey's, I used to be in love with those kind of things back when I was 5. The Hershey's were pretty much good. So I gotta be honest with you, I used to eat one bar a day. I used to chew on the Hershey. It was so hot outside, and the Hershey's was starting to melt. So I ate it with. I just like eating Hershey's with. I just like eating melted Hershey's. Cannot wait for the sun to get hotter. But if I just lick it and eat it at the same time, they will just melt. And I just like having melted Hershey's. I just like the full of chocolate coming out of there. It's really good stuff, man. I'm just gonna put as great candy, because Hershey's. I just prefer Hershey Kisses. Um, I actually prefer like Hershey's melted chocolate. Just the natural chocolate bar that's kind of hard base. Then you have to like eat them normally. I just like having a melted Hershey's. I just like having a melted Hershey's because I just like the texture of the chocolate in it because the chocolate just melts everywhere. You have to lick it all off. It's pretty good stuff, man. I enjoy this stuff, man. They're pretty good. I like them a lot. I mean, what am I trying to say? Honestly. All right, so let's talk about fun dips. Um, Heard so fun dips. I used to have one of those back in probably around 8 or 9. I can't really know when's the last time I had those kind of things. I just mostly just try out the blue one because the but I do like the other part that you can so fun dip when you look it up. I do like I do like the light the white stick. I do like that, but it doesn't have any flavor unless you make it a little bit of flavor. But the blue one, it's just kind of like but mostly the blue one is just kind of tastes way more different. The sugary, it just tastes a little bit Just kind of tastes like jazz. Um, Kind of tastes like sparkliness jazz in your mouth. Just like uh, just like a little bit of crumbs. Just like kind of like when you're putting a stick in the crumbs in your mouth, kind of like a thing. Just just as same way as Fun Dip, kind of looks like powder. But powder just looks like it has like more texture with green apple, and the blue ones. They were kind of like they were kind of like a texture in that progress. So I'm just gonna put okay because so Fun Dips is pretty much the same. So so the okay ones are pretty much same exact times of the powder stuff. The powders were kind of sour. So yeah. All right. All right, these things. I used to try one of those back in the day when I, which is filled with just a little bit of a, just kind of like a hard, just like a hard sugary candy inside. Um, it's kind of like chewy inside. It's pretty. It's kind of like it's like adding more texture in that progress. Um, just some basic kind of tastes like when you're feeling just mostly chocolate or something else that you can feel it. But fruit and chocolate kind of like just kind of like mixed together with those kind of things. With those pop things, they were kind of like the lollipop things. They were are just yeah, they kind of taste like a Tootsie Roll pop. It just tastes like it just tastes like a regular chocolate and strawberry candy that just tastes like the purposely of the inside. Just basically, so I'm just gonna put it okay. Um, yeah. Speaking of Tootsie Rolls, the Tootsie Rolls are pretty good. I do like the other flavors as well because I mostly just like the fruits one. The chocolate ones were pretty melty. Um, but the blue ones I just like the most. The blue ones I like the most, and I do like the vanilla one as well. The vanilla one is like just like way better than just the original Tootsie Roll ones. But the Tootsie Roll ones were the other Tootsie Roll ones are they're pretty good. It has like more texture than the original candy. It's just a little basic timeline when you're dealing with in basic general times and on a daily basis. Just tastes like just a different just a just like more texture on that candy. Just adding more texture, adding more sugar in that process. So I'm just gonna put okay for the original ones. I do like I if they're like fruit of the Tootsie Rolls, I would probably put Great Candy. I'm just gonna put Great Candy for Tootsie Rolls, just give them respect. Um, all right, just so you know that 10:30 I have to be down to go to bed, so I have um so I have until like about probably about like 10 minutes I think. Um, all right, so the Nick and Nips. Oh gosh, I used to try one of those back in 2015 or 2016. I can't remember. Um, I used to try one of those. I really thought they were candy, but I realized that they were juice inside. It was the rest of it just fell it just spilled. It really just kind of tastes like when you're tasting the plastic. Basically, I really thought the candy was just all plastic. But the plastic I had to spit out because the plastic is just yeah. I don't like the plastic that much. It kind of get stuck in your teeth when you have braces on or something like that. But juices, I just they taste pretty normal. But if you add something to them, I mean like if you like add something to them, they can be added to that process too. If you just fill it up with Mountain Dew or something like that, if you put it with fruit juice, something like that in general, just tastes the same in general. I just like the flavors of that process. So I just mostly like the lemon one. The lemon one is pretty much intense of that flavor because it's pretty. Uh, the juices are pretty. They're kind of good. I gotta say, I'm just gonna put familiar of candy of what I've done because I haven't had this for a long time. The last time I probably had them was probably around 2020 of October due to coronavirus going on. Yeah. So Reese's is my first favorite candy, and um, in the seventh one, I gotta be honest with you. So I'm going to do Swedish Fish. Oh boy, I used to try those. I used to try one of those back in 2016. They were pretty good. I do like the regularly strawberry one. It has like the texture of invert sugar, just major corn syrup, and they were pretty. The citric acid, it just tastes like just in general, the Swedish fish could possibly taste like. It's just a chewy candy, not hard candy. I used to have one of those back. I used to have one of the Swedish Fish Oreos back in the day, probably around August of 2016. We went shopping with my mom with a new Kroger. Um, I was obviously enjoying it. I saw one of my old teachers, probably around probably around probably saw uh, my friend's life skills teacher. She saw me and she said hi to me. I appreciated that because I miss elementary school. I just want to come in here and just surprise teachers, to give them flowers or something like that to enjoy because some teachers might be retiring someday. Okay, we have 10 minutes before I calm down and just watch TV. Okay, so I enjoy those kind of candies, so I'm just gonna put Swedish Fish as. I do like the fruit flavors as well. They were pretty much of a citric acid that kind of tastes in your mouth. So I'm gonna put Great Candy. Great Candy. All right, so Laffy Taffy. Oh gosh, I used to try one of those back in 2013. Yeah, the Laffy Taffy. Actually, I tried the Laffy Taffys around 2012 or 2013. I can't remember. Uh, I guess probably around 2012 or 2013. I mean, what am I trying to say? 2012 or 2013. I can't even remember what I'm saying now because I'm usually running out of words when I have something else to say. It's kind of embarrassing to you guys, but I'm trying my best to speak. If you guys don't like the way that I speak, then that's fine. Go watch something else. I'm not trying to ruin your day or anything. Just in general, I just need. I'm just trying to catch up with my speech, possibly. So Love Taffy has a great texture of the flavor. I do like the lemon one. The flavors that I like are the lemon, mostly because my favorite color is yellow. Um, yeah, the lemon is pretty much intense, kind of like an intense flavor. It's kind of like an almost intense, just in general. Just like yeah, the lemon is like pretty good, kind of like melts in your mouth. Well, the strawberry ones just kind of melts in your mouth. I love taffy. just melts in your mouth. I just like them, and they were pretty good. I enjoyed those candies. I'm gonna put Great Candy next to the Hershey Kisses because I just prefer Laffy Taffy. Just better than any of the other candies that I have not had for a long time. Yeah, good stuff, man. All right, Twix. I used to get Twix, but Twix is a pretty good candy, so I'm gonna put Twixes. Uh, that's just a great candy. All right, Milky Way. So Milky Way is not that bad for me. Just filled with caramel. It's only filled a little bit of caramel, but that but the bar but the Milky Way bar is just kind of melted inside. Um, but the inside just looks like just filled with caramel. But the outside just of a chocolate, it's just kind of squishy, kind of like a little bit of squishy, but not too much. I'm just gonna put like just a great candy because I just want to give Milky Way a little bit of respect. Because I used to try one of those back in probably around. I used to try them around like uh, probably around 9 or 10 years old. Can't remember. Snickers. Okay, so Snickers, I had them uh, probably a few days ago. Um, yeah, Snickers is it's just a peanut. Um, has Snickers is with the nuts and the caramel taste. It's just like yeah, the caramel tastes like just it doesn't taste like caramel that much. It mostly tastes like nuts and chocolatey inside. It's just like, but most of them is pretty much caramel. But I do like Snickers too. But I'm just gonna put familiar of what I've gotten because Snickers is it's not my favorite candy, but it's just more like just a different candy in general because it's like because yeah the Snickers yeah the caramel is not that much so the Snickers is not that bad so yeah the Snickers could be less because I can try other of the other Snickers as well. But I can try the other Snickers of what I've not tried because I'm looking for to try any candies that I want. That I want, man. Why does my voice sound so? Um, it's kind of like that I'm losing my voice when I'm not. I mean, I'm trying to calm myself down. Okay, I'm trying not to. Um, actually, I'm gonna end this video. I'm gonna save this for part 3. I'm probably gonna see you around. Uh, I don't know if I'm gonna be finish this or not, but I'm not really sure yet. Um, but hopefully I can finish this. I'm not sure because we only have 5 minutes left. All right, let's talk about candy corn. So candy corn, uh, I first started to eat candy corn around 4, and I started to eat them again at age 9 when I was watching Finding Nemo, because I used to watch Finding Nemo a lot of times back in childhood years. Yeah, Finding Nemo was a pretty good movie. I liked the atmosphere, but the candy corn is just so good. I do like the other candy corns as well, but the flavors are so extended in general. It just tastes like a candy corn in general. I just like um just like a little bit of sugar inside. I just like it. Yeah, I just like the chocolate ones as well because there's just a little bit of chocolatey inside. I just like them a lot. Yeah, the chocolate ones and the candy corn in general. I just like them both because I like all the candy corn flavors because the candy corn flavors are pretty much has a little bit of sugary inside, but it's more like a kind of like a texture of the unicorn the other flavor of a unicorn flavor. It just tastes like a texture of that flavor. It's just like kind of like a just tastes like a regular candy in general. I just that's just why I like about candy corns. It's just the atmosphere of how it tastes. It's just kind of melts in your mouth. I'm gonna put his great candy because I do like candy corn as well. Yeah. All right. So M&Ms. Oh gosh, M&Ms. I used to try one of those back in when I was free. Actually, when I was I remember trying the chocolate ones back around 2 or 3 years old. I think it was around 2006. I tried the M&Ms. I usually eat M&Ms around when I'm watching a movie or something. But in teenage years, I usually just eat them whenever I want. I tried the peanut ones and the peanut butter ones. They were pretty. But the peanut butter was like so much. Oh my gosh, I just love them. They're pretty. It has a pretty good of a flavor, just like the peanut butter in one. But most of you guys don't like peanut butter. But some YouTubers don't like peanut butter, and that's okay, cause I'm gonna type it out why people do not like peanut butter. The people who don't like peanut butter is because many people's avoidance of peanut butter can be attributed to an allergy of peanuts, which is one of the most common. And most severe food allergies, according to the American Academy of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology. Okay, so this much is true. Though I absolutely despise peanut butter. These are their words, not mine. Days people just like to try to trick me into eating it just to see what I'll do. But most people are just allergic to peanuts. I mean, if you guys are allergic to peanuts, then guys absolutely like hate peanut butter. Um, yeah, I heard that most people don't like peanut butter very much because most people are allergic to peanuts because most people have an allergy to peanuts. Most people don't like peanuts because kind of tastes a little bit different. Um, yeah, just in general. So I like peanut butter myself. Like, yeah, peanut butter. It's not really a problem to me. Yeah, peanut butter is a really just I just like the taste of peanut butter because peanut butter is kind of like I usually get the peanut butter just put the peanut butter when every time I have a hiccup. My grandma told me that peanut butter is the best way to get rid of the hiccups. So I did that and it actually worked. To be honest with you, I usually get hiccups. I don't know whenever I'm not sure. I don't know when's the last time I hiccuped. I mean, yeah, hiccuping is like a kind of weird. So I'm gonna put familiar of what I've gotten. Um, yeah. See you guys in a part three. So the part three is gonna be kind of long. So I all right. See you there.